Hello and welcome to my video on green onions or scallions. And today's video is going to go over how to prune them so that they grow better, how to harvest them. As you can see, they are rather thick and they are ready to be harvested. So today I'll be harvesting actually one of these smaller ones, as when you harvest them, they actually come back thicker and will grow better. There's one back here in the middle, and this really thick one we've harvested several times, and it's done really well from that. So today we'll just go over the process of kind of how to maintain them and how to harvest them, as they are a great, easy starter for any home garden. I have this small little pot up next to my windowsill, and it thrives there. As you can see, I water it every probably 2 days to 3 days, just anytime the soil feels dry, and it seems to just grow pretty much out of control. So that's part of today's video, is we'll show you how to kind of trim it up, and so that some of it is actually able to support itself. So the first step that you'll need is scallions, whether or not in a pot or in your garden, and a pair of gardening shears or scissors. I prefer a set of good gardening shears, just out of the sake that it's going to cut better and the plants are going to get less injured from that. The scissors will work fine for this. These are really thin. They cut really easily. They are very easy to maintain. So without further ado, let's get to pruning. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to take our gardening shears and we're just going to cut off the ones that have fallen over, that are no longer supporting themselves. These are usually the outermost layer of the scallions, and they have been pushed off to the side and they lose their structural rigidity as the new ones grow. You'll see the new ones shoot up straight from the middle, and there's several actually throughout here. There's this one that's grown a bit more. There's a couple smaller ones out here in the back that are hard to focus in on, but they push off some of the older growth and it makes it harder for them to support themselves. So just for the kind of security of the plant, we're actually just going to go in here and cut those off. You don't have to cut extremely close. One of my favorite aspects of this is that green onion smell of fresh green onions. These are actually incredibly waterlogged. You'll see how much water they pull up into their shoots. It's actually pretty incredible. These are extremely thick and have been doing really well here with, like I said, just lots of sunlight and probably more water than you'd think. So there's a couple more here, so I'm just going to cut these through and then we can pick up when I am done. Okay, so that is all of the outer ones that I'm going to harvest for today. Actually, let's grab this last one here. And the great part about this is that what I've found is that the recipes that I have that call for green onions, a lot of them just call for the green onion shoot. They don't actually call for the whites, which are down here in the thicker part. And so if they just call for the shoot, cut off just the ones that you need. Usually they're already ready to be harvested anyways. And you're able to just take this, let these keep going, let them grow. So right now I'm actually going to take this back one. So let me rotate this pot. Currently what I'm actually going to do is take one of the smallest ones in here, because like I said earlier, the ones that get harvested grow the best. They thrive off of being harvested. So we're actually going to take this, and for the whites, you can actually just take it from about here. I'm going to take it a little further down. I find that they grow back better that way. And what we do right after we cut them is we're going to water it. Scallions, they can grow straight out of water. You don't actually need soil, you don't need a pot. You can just take a cup of water and the end of a scallion, the rooted part of a scallion, ones that you get from the grocery store, just leave about an inch of the scallion left. Drop it in some water. Make sure that it's standing upright. It doesn't have to be, but they work better that way. And they will just grow. I can do a later video about that and add to my scallion collection. But they will literally just grow in water. And so anytime you harvest, they're going to be searching for that water, and you'll want to provide them that. Let's move this harvest out of the way. And here we're just going to come in here and nice and easy cut. And that is all I'm going to do for today. So this is the whites, like I said earlier. This is the most aromatic part of the plant. If you are making couscous, you can kind of brown some of this earlier on in the pan, and then you can add the greens, which is essentially everything up. That actually is a great topper for mashed potatoes, for couscous, for a lot of different things, and it's really, really good. So that's all, and I'm gonna leave the video today after I water it, and then we'll probably give you a follow-up video in a couple days on this progress. It really only takes like 12 hours to actually start seeing some growth, so I might do a little collage at that next video to show you how much progress it does in a couple hours. So like today is the 17th of May at almost 4 in the afternoon, and I'll show you just how much 12 to 24 hours does for these. It's pretty amazing. So I'm back, had to run out and grab the watering pail, and we're just going to water these fairly heavily. Because of how much water they take, I usually add in fertilizer about every month. Just some all-purpose fertilizer really helps them. Sometimes I overwater them and they leak out the bottom, but they drain through water very quickly. The soil becomes extremely dry, and so they do take quite a bit of water to grow this tall. So and especially how dry it is here, it really needs that much water. So well, that's all I have for you today. Have a wonderful day. Please comment in the comment section below if you have any comments, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you.